it's Kristin, and I have another 4 Looks 1 palette for you. Normally I don't do them so close to each other, but I was so excited to have this, to get this palette, to receive this palette, to be gifted with this palette, that and so many people talked about it, I just wanted to get into it and dig into it right away. So that's what we're going that's what we're going ahead and doing. First I have to say a really special thank you to Mary from Glitzy Fritzy. If you guys aren't familiar with her, I will list her below. She is a dear friend of mine that I've made through YouTube, and she was able to procure another one of these. She found it at Ulta. My Ulta never ever had it in stock when I went there. I'd kind of just pretty much, and I tried online and whatever, I had given up. And I had said, you know what, it's just not gonna happen for me, it's fine, I don't need it anyway. But Mary was able to get another one. She had one for herself, and she totally could have, you know, sold it or whatever, made some money on it probably, but instead she sent it to me, so I wanted to thank her for that again. So, having said all of that, this is on the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. That's what we are doing today, which you already know by the title. So let's go ahead and get started with the first shade. What I use is, it's funny, I had a little something in my head that I wanted to do, and the shade in the palette that was closest to it was this one in Nectar, and this one is very pigmented on its own, you can see, but I wanted a little more kind of shimmer and shine. I just wanted to show you so you know. I wanted a little more shimmer and kind of shine to it, so I put it on my brush and then I wet it with a little MAC Fix Plus, and that's Fix Plus, and that is what I have all over my lids today. And then in the crease I have this shade right here in Candied Peach, and then I took this shade in Puree and just deepened up the crease a little bit, and that is all that I did, aside from I took a little bit of this white peach underneath my brow bone. And yeah, I think that's it. So let me go ahead and zoom you in. So here's the look. The only other thing that I did is I lined my upper waterline, which I do every single day, and today was with a Marc Jacobs liner in Blacker. On my cheeks, I have, and this was also a gift actually, from Estee Lauder. This is the Bronze Goddess Summer Glow Multi-Palette, and I have this middle shade, which is just stunning on my cheeks, and then I also used the highlight in there as my highlight. And on my lips today, an oldie but a goodie, Too Faced. I'm trying to turn it up because there's so little left of it, Juicy Melon. Alright, second look, I went ahead and used this green in Bless Her Heart right here. I used that all over the lid. I went then in with Bellini, just right here in the crease, just kind of on the edge of the crease, and I blended it up into the brow bone with a combination of Georgia and then Peaches and Cream, I think that is, yeah, Peaches and Cream. I wanted to deepen up the outer corner, but because I was going to use purple beneath my lower lash line, I wanted to go more with a black deepening of things versus brown deepening of things. So I took Tempting right here on a MAC 217 brush, tapped most of it off, and then blended that in just to add a little dimension on the outer corner. Then beneath my lower lash line, I took the purple shade in Delectable, which is right here. And that is it. The only other thing on my eye is I just lined my upper waterline. I don't have any liner on my lash line with the Marc Jacobs in Blacker. So let me zoom you in. So here's the look. On my cheeks today, I have the Balms blush in Frat Boy, which looks like this on the front. And that is the shade right there. And then the only thing is on my lips. I have the Tarte Lip Surgeons in Glitzy. Okay, for my third look, I wanted to use that Delectable again that I used beneath my lower lash line yesterday, but I wanted to use it a little more, you know, pronounced in the look. So what I did was I took Luscious right here all over the lid, and then I used Delectable in the outer corner and pulled that into the crease and kind of towards the inner corner. On the edge of that, I did blend it out a little bit with Georgia here, but then on the edge, I took just Peachy on a little wispy brush, just kind of one that's kind of like this. Not one, this is the actual one. It's a Sigma E36. On, you know, just on the edge of where I had laid down that Delectable. And then I blended it, take a combination of White Peach and what is that one? Peaches and Cream. That one's just a little too peachy for me. This is a little too white for me, so I kind of just blend them together. And then I blended that out on the brow bone. Beneath my lower lash line, I took Peach Pit right here, and I added just a hint of Delectable to that as well, and put that beneath my lower lash line. On my upper lash line and upper waterline, I used the Estee Lauder liner. This is the retractable one in Deep Plum. So you can't really tell, but it looks like that. I was reminded about these recently from a rehaul that I did. So let me zoom you in. Okay, so here's the look. For blush today, I have these are so hard to open, the MAC Mineralize in New Romance, which is really pretty, kind of peachy, not kind of, actually peachy. And then on my lips, it was kind of a little bit of a lip journey. So I used the Marc Jacobs lip liner in Primrose. And then over the top of that, I used the NARS, this came in that kit, Dolce Vita, which looks like that. I wanted just a little more hint of peach though, and a little bit of shine. So over the top of that, I took the Revlon. And this is in Peach, Pango Peach. I'm not sure if this is still available or anymore or not. These kind of tend to come and go, but that is what I gloss things up with. For my fourth and final look, I wanted to do something a little bit more smoky than what I had done the rest of the week. So I took Cobbler, which is this shade right here, all over my lid, and then just kind of on the inner third and pulled out a little bit just to brighten it up a little on the inner corner. I used Bellini right here. In the crease, I used Summer Yum, which is a really pretty warm transition color. And then to deepen things up, I first put down Peach Pit. Wasn't dark and deep enough, so I laid that down, blended it out, and then I did kind of a combination of Peach Pit and Tempting together, laid that down and really blended it out. I laid it down with like a 217 brush and blended it out with like a MAC 224 brush, if that makes any sense. I had to pause and wait for the bus to go by. I didn't put any more color on it. I just used what was left and kind of what was on the outer corner and pulled that down, and then I did the same thing on the other side, obviously. And I think that that is it. Before I zoom you in, I'm going to warn you, my inner corner of this eye for sure and the other one is a little bit red because of this weird phenomenon. I think I'm done trying this. The Marc Jacobs Ultra Fine Liner. When I use this on my waterline, it irritates my eyes something fierce, but it is what it is. So just forewarned, the inner corner of it, and it goes away, but it stays there for like an hour. So I should have known better than to try it again today. All right, I'm going to zoom you in. Okay, so here's the look and the red inner eye. And if you're new to my channel, I did cut my hair between between the last look and this one. And this is, I don't know when this is going up, but it's already up on my channel that I've cut my hair, so. All right, on the rest of my face today for well, I told you for liner what I used kind of on the inner. And then on my upper lash line, I took the Tarte in Onyx and just smudged that out. It's a really good liner for smudging. It doesn't stay as well in the waterline as I would like it to, so that's why I kind of did the two liner method today. For blush, I am wearing the Hourglass in Dim Infusion, which is just a really sort of peaches and cream kind of look. On my lips, I lined them with NYX in Natural, and then I used the Sleek lipstick in Private Booth over the top. And then just to add a little bit more of the kind of orangey peach that I was going for, I used the Camp Cosmetics Lip Lava in Katinka. So there are 18 shades, and there are 7 shades that are matte. I say that because Delectable can come off a little bit like a satin. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some swatches. So top row, White Peach, Luscious, Just Peachy, and Bless Her Heart. Tempting and Charmed, I'm sure. So Warm Peach, Luscious, Just Peachy, Bless Her Heart, Tempting and Charmed, I'm sure. Nectar, Cobbler, Candied Peach, and Bellini. Peach Pit and Delectable. So Nectar, Cobbler, Candied Peach, Bellini, Peach Pit, and Delectable. Peaches and Cream, Georgia, Caramelized, and Puree. Summer Yum and Talk Derby to Me. Peaches and Cream, Georgia, Caramelized, Puree, Summer Yum, and Talk Derby to Me. Okay, so for the majority of the shades, I love them. I wanted to not like this because it's so hard to get. And I have heard them say, you know, here and there, people say, I don't know, I have no inside information, but that they were going to try to do their best to make more so that everyone that wanted one could get one. That is what somebody actually posted on my haul video a while back, that Jared, I think is the owner of Too Faced, had said he was going to try. So, and I have heard that the peanut butter and jelly palette is going to be made permanent, by the way. Okay, only at Ulta. So the only disappointment to me is I knew it was going to be this going in, is Talk Derby to me. That is what it looks like in pan. And I'm not sure if it's going to come across on camera, but in pan it looks like a really pretty kind of deep purple, plummy shade, some glitter. And I mean, you just know what's going to happen. It's just black. All the glitter sort of falls off. I just wet a brush and tried it again, and it, you know, sometimes that will bring out the kind of other shade that's in there, and it does not. It is still just black. So that was really the only disappointment. The mattes perform very, very well. There is some glitter, and I'm just wiping my hand off a little bit. There is some glitter in Candied Peach, but it does not show up, which is the center shade right there. It does not show up on your eyes at all. So I think hands down, I mentioned this in the haul video as well, my favorite shades in this are Bless Her Heart and Cobbler. So the one I'm wearing today, and then this green. It's just a stunning green. So I really like this. If you can get this palette, if they do bring it back, it sells for $49, but it smells, I don't know. I mean, it smells kind of like peaches, but not like a real peach, like a, you know, kind of sort of fake, fake peach. But I do really like it, and I am very, very grateful to Mary for sending it to me. As always, I will let you know what I was wearing on my face through the rest of the video. I did have the combination of the Guerlain Tenue de Perfection, which, look, I'm getting on there, and the MAC Mineralize, as I have been working through those. For powder, I was using, of course, the Smashbox Creamy Photo Filter that I am working through as well. The MAC Bronzer from the Alluring Aquatics collection in Aphrodite Shell was the bronzer that I used. Underneath my eyes to set my concealer, I used the e.l.f. Complexion Perfection, which is called something different now, I believe, but that's what mine is called. And then I think the only other thing is mascara, and the mascara I'm currently using is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Knockout Defining Lift and Fan Mascara. I will show you what the brush looks like in case you are curious before Mascara Madness. And I think that that is everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, and in everything that you do, be beautiful. Bye!